Welcome to our home on this very, very warm August day. So, I'm going to tell a story that I know I've never told on these videos because I never speak about this. It's not in any of our books, and I don't know why. I just never talk about it. But I think today is just a good time to do that. And the inspiration behind this is that we can plan and plan for something to be a certain way and have our hopes and our dreams, and it doesn't work out that way. And it doesn't mean that we're being punished or that we did something wrong. It means that there's a deeper lesson that we're needing to learn. So this story actually takes place 46 and a half years ago. I was pregnant with our first child, Rami, and I was in labor. Now, I had really prepared for this. First of all, I'm a nurse. I went to an Ivy League college and I got an excellent training. Barry's a doctor, and he is very smart. So we figured we have so much training behind us that, of course, we can do it by ourselves and do it at home. It'll be beautiful. And we studied and we studied. We read all kinds of books on home birth. And I had a friend at the time who's no longer on this earth, Janine Parvati Baker, who's really helped to pioneer natural birth at home. And she coached me and she worked me through my fears, and I really felt prepared. Plus, I did all kinds of prenatal yoga, and I walked, and I ate really well. So I felt like I got this. It's going to be really great. And it was beautiful. The day that I was in labor was just filled with a lot of prayer and closeness. It was a really cold day, and Barry had built a fire, and I was just having my contractions in front of the fire, and it was just the two of us. It was really very beautiful. But the birth itself was very difficult. But Rami came out, and she was healthy and beautiful. But then the trouble really started, because normally the placenta also just kind of slides out. That's what I saw in nursing school. Placenta just kind of, at some point, not too far after the baby, the placenta just slides out. Mine did not. And this is a very dangerous situation, and you can't just pull. And Barry was unprepared as to what to do, and I was losing blood very fast. And we had to put the baby to the side in her own little bed, and we called this man who's actually a doctor from Germany, but he couldn't practice here, so he was doing a midwife kind of a practice from his home. And he came right over. He's deeply spiritual, and he said he was just praying the whole time. And he said he's seen women lose their lives in this situation. And he walked in, and he said the bedroom looked like a battlefield, like someone had been murdered. There was blood all over the place. Mm-hmm. And he took his fist and he put it into my uterus so strong.
Not inside, but on the outside.
I'm sorry. Yeah, right. Just boom.
Right, pushing, yeah.
A most excruciating pain. And then he pulled with all his might while he was just kept putting this pressure, and it worked. Thank God it worked.
Yeah.
I know if there's any OBGYN doctors listening, they're probably like, oh no, that's maybe not such a good thing to do, but
it's risky.
It worked, and I'm alive. Mm-hmm. And and he helped, Barry clean up this room. And he said the baby really needs to be held all the time after birth. And he put the baby on Rami on top of me. And, when he left, things were peaceful. And we were so exhausted. And after several hours, Barry was still sleeping, and Rami was sleeping right next to him. And I got up and went outside, and I felt this disappointment. Like, why didn't it go the way I wanted it to go? I almost died. What did I do wrong? Was I being punished? Was my ego too big? Did I think too much of myself? All these negative thoughts were happening, and sometimes I am very blessed by what I feel is the voice of God coming to me, and the voice came so sweetly and gently, and it said, you didn't do anything wrong. You needed a special lesson. You needed a special gift that this kind of difficult experience came to give you. And it came so that you would be stronger. And it came to help you learn about your power. And it all was beautiful. And that's the message that I want to give to all of us, no matter what you're going through, and maybe you feel like this isn't the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be easier. It's supposed to be more beautiful. I planned for this, and it doesn't work out the way we think it will. But it's all to give us a gift. It's all to make us stronger. Even the relationships that don't work out, and you're like, oh, put so much of myself into it. Still, there's an amazing gift, a spiritual gift that we can take. So I'm grateful to be alive, and I got to have 2 more beautiful children with this Barry, and we never did it all by ourselves again. No. That actually was a mistake.
But we needed to have that lesson. Yeah,
we had help.
Oh, can I say something here? It reminds me of one of my mother's favorite Yiddish expressions, man tracht und Gott lacht. People plan and God laughs. And something happened during this birth that also reminded me of this. I planned and sterilized instruments and had everything ready because I knew we wanted to do this birth alone, which was crazy, but that's what we wanted. And so I had like my instrument tray, right, with all the sterilized instruments all ready. And when Rami's had crowned and was starting to come out, I made a sudden movement and I knocked over the whole tray onto the ground. Everything went on the ground. And so much for planning. We ended up using dental floss, right, for the umbilical cord, and we made do, right? But it's about planning, and then things don't go as planned, but they actually, there's a special gift for us. So I want to share a little chant from Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda, who we have loved and we have studied with and read about and listened to, and he's no longer on this earth for probably a century, a long time. But he's the one who inspired me to buy my first harmonium, which is this harmonium. Here, hold it.
So I want to share Barry and his instruments. My friend who knows so much about natural birth, she kept saying, Barry doesn't need all that. He doesn't need all that. But it was that medical model. That's what he learned in the hospital. Right. So you felt secure to have all
Yes,
your, and it was just like the hospital, and it was so funny how they all went on the floor,
Yep.
and a big surrender had to happen.
Big breath, let go, carry on. All right, so Yogananda created these beautiful little chants with his harmonium, and so here we go. Lord, when in darkness or in confusion, always I'll follow thee. Lord, when in darkness or in confusion, always I'll follow thee. If I grieve or lose my way, Lord, only thou can comfort me. If I grieve or lose my way, Lord, only thou can comfort me. All I live for is to love thee, my eternal friend. All I live for is to love thee, my eternal friend. Lord, when in darkness or in confusion, always I follow thee. If I grieve or lose my way, Lord, only thou can comfort me. All I live for is to love thee, my eternal friend. My eternal friend. My eternal friend. So close your eyes a moment. Just feel that there's a higher plan than your plan. Okay, whatever you plan, sometimes it's fine to plan, but it's also fine to let go and realize that the bigger plan is the better plan. All right? You got that?
I think you need to say your mother's Yiddish expression one more time.
I know. She loved that one. Man tracht und Gott lacht. Okay, man or woman plans and God laughs. It's a great joke how we plan and scheme. It's funny.
It didn't seem funny at the time, but yeah, there's a gift. There's always look for the gift.
Yeah.
And the way that this experience is going to strengthen you, even though it didn't go the way that you had wanted it. Yeah. All right. Blessings to all of you.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.